Felixstowe and District Horticultural Society, and he's going to tell us about the society in itself and also the fantastic horticultural show that's actually going to be at the Leisure Centre this weekend, the 21st and 22nd of July.
That's right.
Good morning, Carol.
Good morning.
Morning. Right then, so, okay, Horticultural Society, when did it start?
It started, I think, in 1980, but our first annual flower and produce show took place in 1981.
Right. Yep.
We still have some founder members, so I think they could verify it for you.
Yes, right. So it's been going for quite a long time, which is a really, really good thing.
Yes, it has.
And so obviously you've got the chairman and the president.
We have our president, who is Ian Castle, and our chairman is Ray Martin.
Yes. Who, I guess you were sort of discussing earlier, it knows a lot about roses, which is
He certainly does. He's a prominent member of the National Rose Society.
Yeah.
And an international rose judge, I believe.
So he definitely knows what he's talking about.
He certainly does. He certainly does. Yes, I'm the secretary of the society, and our president, did I say, is Enid Castle?
Yes, you did.
Yes. Her husband unfortunately died recently, and he was our president, so she's very kindly taken on the role, for which we're very grateful.
Yes.
We have a committee who run the society, but we're always looking for new committee members, so if anybody would like to join us, they'd be more than welcome.
Okay. Fine. So how many members have you actually got?
We've got about 110 members at the moment, I think. Probably 75 to 80 are active members, and usually at our meetings we have about an average of 50 people on a Tuesday evening.
Yeah, which is really, really good, because you meet once a month.
We do at the old Felixstowe Community Centre.
Yes.
From 7:30 until about 9:30. It's a movable feast, the ending of it. But we have a speaker every month, high quality speaker, which I spend quite a lot of time looking to find good speakers.
Yes,
so in August, our speaker will be Richard Ford, talking about ornamental grasses.
Yeah.
And so we look forward to an interesting evening about how to use ornamental grasses in the garden effectively.
Yes,
because there are lots of uses of ornamental grasses that people don't think about.
And they're very beautiful, of course.
Oh, they are. Very beautiful. Especially towards the end of the summer when there's not a lot else happening in the garden.
Exactly.
Sometimes.
That's when they have their boost, isn't it?
Yes, when they come into their own, and they look lovely through the winter as well if you leave the heads on.
Oh goodness, yes.
Yeah, fantastic.
Absolutely lovely. Absolutely fantastic. So, so that sort of leads us into, obviously, the horticulture show this week. And then Carol's going to sort of describe the various sections, what you can expect, and anything else that goes with it, really. So, fire away.
Well, we start off, I think I better refer to my schedule because I probably won't remember. Yes. We've got section A is vegetables, and I can recommend coming to see the leeks, because they're always magnificent. There may only be one entrant with his leeks, but they will be magnificent if past years are anything to go by.
He knows how to grow his leeks,
right?
Yeah,
certainly does. Yes, he knows how to grow a lot of things.
Right.
We've got some good entries this year, despite the weather and the really cold start to the year, which has made things very late. But they seem to have come on leaps and bounds in the last month or so. So we're lucky that we've got lots of entries in the show. We've actually got 400 entries, 400 items for people to look at.
Oh my goodness!
So it's quite a big show. It's well worth a visit. Yes. So the first section is vegetables. The second one is fruit.
Yeah.
And then it's the cut flower section, which is always very impressive because there's lots of lovely colour and it's worth a look.
Yeah.
And then the next section is roses, and I know Ray's wife, Pauline Martin, will be featuring largely in that section, but there are some other members who've decided to give them a run for their money this year.
Right, this is what you need, isn't it?
Watch this space. And then we've got the pot and container plant section, which is always impressive because it's a spectacle. Yeah.
Yes.
As you walk through the door, you see them in the distance, and they look lovely. Yeah, yeah. And then we've got the floral decoration section, which I always like to enter. And this year the theme is sort of the first one is an enchanted world arrangement, and then there's also an open class, which is a Midsummer Night's Dream. So
that sounds very interesting.
I think it will be.
Yes.
And then we've got our big household section, which is for those of you who like cooking. There's a toss-in fruitcake to be seen. There's lots of jams and jellies and cookies and carrot cake and Victoria sponge. Those of you who think it's difficult to make Victoria sponges, ask one of our male members. He'll lead you in the right direction.
Because I know I'm not very good myself. Yeah. They always don't quite raise far enough.
And then the next section, which is a very high quality section usually, is handicraft and art. Yes. And within that is our photographic section as well. So there's a photographic display, and the subject this year is leaves for one of them, and down the lane for the other one.
Okay.
There's patchwork quilting, there's greetings cards, items of metalwork or woodwork, yes, to name but a few. Then we have a novelty class, which is the final class, and in there you might spot a heavy gooseberry.
Well, out of curiosity, obviously, is this a running competition? Do you do this one every year?
Well, we do, and there's a special little set of scales which are used.
Oh, right. So,
minute scales, yes, which are used.
Have we actually? What so far is the heaviest gooseberry out of curiosity?
I have no idea.
I'm just sort of thinking about this.
Yeah, that would be good, wouldn't it? Yeah, perhaps I could give you some feedback after the show,
yes,
or if you come
definitely
to the show, you could you can see what the weight is. And then there's a floral arrangement in a fruit or vegetable. That's usually interesting. Yeah. And one of my favourites is flower in a frame, which is really attractive. I think we've got 11 entries this year for the flower in a frame, and so if you've got a perfect bloom that you want to display in it in a picture, it looks beautiful.
Yes.
So, and then we come finally to the junior classes, which they have to provide photographs, and that again the section is headed up by leaves. This one again in different ways of photographing leaves, and then the very small children under 7 are drawing a party cake, and the older ones from 8 to 11 are creating a computer-generated party invitation. Yeah. So any young people out there watching, do come along and have a look. There's lots to be really impressed by.
Because a lot of young people now are getting more and more encouraged through schools.
Yes.
A lot through schools.
Oh, definitely.
I know my children went to Trinity St Mary's School, and they definitely had sort of like a little wildlife and sort of vegetable area there, which was, it was enjoyable for them. Yes. And they learned a lot out of it.
Yes, I was telling you earlier about. Yeah, I was telling you about my smallest granddaughter, Olivia, who goes to Fairfield Nursery, and they are growing some fantastic vegetables this year. And I looked on the board yesterday, and the kitchen staff had made cauliflower cheese with their cauliflowers that they'd grown.
No, that's interesting. That's really good.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. So yes, they're all interested in flowers and fruits and vegetables. Children are there to be encouraged.
Yes, they've got to be
They're the next generation of gardeners.
Yes, they are. Yeah. I don't know about you, but I mean, I got my interest in gardening from my father originally.
I got it from my mother.
Yes.
Originally,
even though my mother's a very keen gardener as well, but it was my dad's vegetable plots that used to fascinate me.
Yes, well, it was my mother's. My mother grew vegetables and flowers, and so I think it's always is still interested.
Yes,
because it's something that is a lifelong.
It definitely is.
Interest, isn't it?
It definitely is.
Yeah.
And the ideas never stop. I know my mother's forever. Every few weeks there's another plant suddenly appeared from somewhere, and even though she vowed she's never ever going to buy another one, there's another one, suddenly she found a little space just somewhere.
Yes, I'm one of the plantaholics.
So am I, as
are a lot of our members. Talking of plantaholics, anybody who's a plantaholic, please come to the leisure centre this weekend.
Definitely.
Because we have Katie's Garden
Yes.
nursery providing the plants. We will be selling them, so if anybody wants any advice, I'll be on the plant stall from Saturday afternoon from 3 till 5. Well, we open at 2 o'clock.
Yes.
And I'll be on the plant stall all afternoon on the Saturday. And there's a huge variety of herbaceous plants there, and they're at good prices. They're at below the nursery prices.
Fine.
So so it's well worth coming, even if you're not interested in seeing the show. If you're a plantaholic, it's worth coming to buy plants.
Yes. Keep that in mind.
And it's only it's £1 admission to get in, but accompanied children are free.
Right. Okay.
And but it's a jolly good pound's worth, and we have a wonderful produce stall, which is mostly cakes, run by Mrs. Rita Jones and all her contributors. She contributes to the country markets now, so she's a highly skilled cook.
Right.
And a member of our society.
Yes.
So so come along and support the produce stall as well.
Yes, and obviously there's other things going on as well.
There are. There's our grand draw. The first prize is £50, and there's prizes like there's more than 20 hampers in the draw. There's also a patchwork quilt I noticed the other day, which is beautifully made by one of our members. There's lots of different prizes to appeal to everybody. I'm just trying to think of what other stalls we've got. Oh, tombola, a big tombola stall, which is always popular. There's a huge variety of prizes to be won there, and there's also something specially for the children, which is based on furry fruit and veg. I think we're having the naming of them this year. I'm not sure. It might be their names or it might be their birthdays. I can't quite remember, but it's worth coming to find out. And you could win lots of these toys. They are worth winning. They're lovely.
Yeah, that sounds absolutely brilliant. Fantastic. My goodness. Obviously, so we've got the 2 days, and prize giving, that's going to be obviously on the second and the Sunday.
The prize giving is at 4 o'clock on the Sunday, as is the grand draw. Yes. The mayor will be presenting the prizes very kindly, and so we hope for a well-supported Sunday afternoon particularly, but we're open from 2 till 5 on the Saturday. I just check. Yes, 2 till 5 on the Saturday, and 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. on the Sunday.
Fine.
Yeah.
So there's plenty of scope, get yourselves down there. I mean, I'm definitely going to go.
And sure. If you're looking for information about it, all around the town are these posters with the veg man on them. And we've been sponsored by Microwell. And if you want to find out about Microwell, look on the internet, www.micro-well.co.uk, and that's one of our members' husbands.
Right, okay.
And it's a very good new product that he's developed. He's an engineer.
Tell us a little bit more about it.
And it's Microwell is 4 inches in diameter, dug by hand, and can deliver over 1,000 litres of water each day, regardless of whether it rained last week or last month. And he has had a Microwell operating for over 18 months in Felixstowe. And I won't tell you the cost because that might put you off, but when you think about the fact that you get totally free water from this well forever, it's a jolly good product. So it's worth coming to see the show. And if you see a flyer around the town, this information's on the back of the flyer. So at the library, we've got some information. That sounds
very interesting. I think, especially with the. Especially with the weather we've got at the moment, if you've got something as natural as your own natural water, that makes it so much better, doesn't it?
That's right. Yes. I think Underwoods may have sponsored us as well.
Right, okay.
I'm pretty sure they have.
Yeah.
Yes, I think they have.
Yes.
but we rely on donations from a lot of different sources for draw prizes, and our members are very generous as well. So
it has to be. This is fantastic, isn't it? It's Well, for you, what's your favourite part of the show? You've got to have a favourite sort of.
Well, for me to enter, I enjoy entering the floral section and the cut flowers and the pot plants sections. But I know other people who just like entering all the vegetables. Yes. We all got our little specialities that we tend to enter each year, and there are lots of cups to be fought over. But we do it for fun, really. We don't. It's definitely. There is an element of competition, but it's the entering spirit that is just being part of a society and having a bit of fun and showing people what we do, what we're about, really, and promoting it. Yes. So we do hope lots of the public will come and see it.
Certainly. You're also saying earlier that obviously with the weather being as it's been, everything's a little bit behind. Well, not just a little bit behind. I think it's about 6 weeks behind.
It certainly is. Yes, 1 or 2 of our categories haven't got anything in them this year, but literally only a handful. I've been surprised at what people have actually managed to grow in these conditions, because the soil was so cold for so long.
It was so cold.
I wonder how many potatoes, the correct size there'll be this year, because I've been talking to 1 or 2 people and they said, I've got some wonderful baby potatoes, so we might have a baby potato section this year.
Competition, yes.
And the member who constructed our website, Emma Pitt-Steele, was telling me the other day that she's got some kohlrabi that she was going to put in, and she said, they are micro-sized kohlrabi, about this size. I said, put them in, everyone will have a good laugh. So we're looking for some interesting entries this year, I think. Well, yes, it's going to be.
It's just one of those things, isn't it? There's nothing we can do about the weather. I mean, last year we had different problems, didn't we, because of the rain?
Oh yes, I mean at least the flowers haven't been ruined by the rain this year.
Terrible.
Hopefully the weather's going to stay with us for long enough.
Yes.
I think there's a wind forecast on Saturday, but everything will be displayed by then, so we should be all right. Yes,
exactly. Yeah, exactly. No, it was terrible last year. We lost all our green beans. It's awful. They just rotted away.
Yes.
And the onions.
That's right. Yes. We're never happy though, are we, as gardeners?
We're not. We never are happy. We never are.
It's always a difficult year, I think.
One way or the other. Oh, that's brilliant. Okay then, Caroll, thank you very much for discussing it all with us. I mean, just get yourselves down there.
Yes, do come. Remember, the Leisure Centre, Saturday afternoon, 2 till 5, Sunday, 11 till 5.
There we go. Thank you, Caroll.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure.
Bye-bye.
Bye.